What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Tyren Johnson Show. I'm Tyren Johnson. In case you're new here, I'm Tyren Johnson, professional basketball player, currently playing in France. And this is my show that I host, where we touch on a bunch of topics from mental toughness to everyday life situations. We just talking about everything that's going to enhance your life, make your life better so that one day you can live what we call a truth life. Truth stands for take, respect, until freedom. We do that by having a mentality called make 'em pay, meaning that by any means necessary, we're going to use the hate to fuel our success. We're on episode 100. 100 episodes in, and the podcast have grown tremendously. I've been getting feedback tremendously, and I'm so happy and so thankful for all the supporters, for everyone that's tuning in every Monday, for everyone that's encouraging me to keep on going, for everyone that this has helped. I want to let you guys know that I appreciate it. I want to say thank you. There's going to be more to come, and I'm doing more and more research, studying, and doing the best that I can to provide the best information I possibly can, all for free, right here on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Today's topic, we're talking about doing more than what you're paid for. That's not a very popular thing to talk about in society. In society, people are teaching you to do what you're paid for. Be average. It's encouraging in society today to be average. It's not encouraged to go above and beyond, to go the extra mile. It's not encouraged. It's not encouraged to give great service and don't expect more money in return. It's not encouraged to give the tip before the waiter gives you service, as how important it is for most people to see, well, let me see if this waiter is going to give me good service. Let me see if she's going to be nice, talk nice. No, I'm going to pay up front. I'm going to give her a tip up front so that I demand good service. I'm not waiting till she gives me the service to give her the tip. I'm going to give her the service. I'm going to give her the money up front. Or him. I'm going to give the waiter the money up front. I'm going to demand good service. And it don't matter if I get it or not after paying for the tip up front, because that's who I am as a person. That's who I am as a person. I'm not going to let that waiter jeopardize who I am as a person by changing who I am. Nah. I'm not going to let someone cut me off in the street, get me out of character, and make me curse them out or have some type of road rage. You can go ahead. No problem. You got it. Yeah. I'm not living in this world where we just so reactive to where everything about us is reactive. No, we're going to play some offense, right? So I'm going to do more than what I'm paid for. And a lot of people don't like this concept, once again, but I love it. Because when you go the extra mile, everything just starts to fall in place, right? But you got to do it with a positive attitude. You can't be doing the extra work and looking around waiting for somebody to give you some credit for it. You can't be doing the extra work and hoping that someone else sees it so that you can get a promotion or so that you can get some type of recognition. No, you're doing the extra mile because you want to become better at your craft. You're going the extra mile because you want to help the situation. You're going the extra mile because you want to separate yourself. In doing so, by the laws of nature, you will automatically stand out from the rest. You will automatically be looked at as one of the best. That's why you go the extra mile. I go the extra mile so many ways when it comes to basketball, if I'm going to use an example. I show up to practice early, not every day, but most days. I stay late. Not every day, but most days. I watch hours of film. I do that weekly. I lift 2 or 3 times a week. That's not on the schedule with the team. That's me going an extra mile. I do all kind of things from strengthening my hips to doing yoga to doing meditation practices to trying to get good sleep at night. All of this is me doing more than what I'm paid for. I'm paid to work for about 3 hours a day. Maybe an hour in the morning and about an hour and a half in the afternoon. That's all I'm paid for. But the stretching, the massages, the watching the game film, the getting the extra work in, extra shots up, that's all me doing more than what I'm paid for. And typically, I don't like to do it in front of coaches. That's why I bought a gym membership and I go to a whole nother gym to do my weight training. I don't even like coaches to see me doing extra work. I've been like that since I was a kid. I just want to show up and surprise everyone. Like, whoa, he been getting it in. That's what going the extra mile is about. That's what going the extra mile is about, is that people just seeing the work. They ain't hearing you talk about the work. They're seeing the work being produced. That's when you're separating yourself. The next thing is you create good karma. You know, you putting in all this extra work for myself as a basketball player. Sometimes you get on the court and you just feel like you're throwing a ball in the ocean. Sometimes you're doing dribble combination and you like, whoa, I ain't never imagined myself doing this. It's because karma starts to happen when you just do things without expectations. See, most of my life I do things without expectations. Not even just basketball. I'm talking about the way I care about people, the way I handle situations. I do everything without an expectation of getting the same in return. I do it because it's who I am. I do it because it's what I want to do. It's my natural habit. But if you get caught up in the game of, well, he ain't doing it for me, so I ain't gonna do it for him, you a lame. Real dogs don't worry about losing. Real dogs know that they can lose and pick themselves back up. Real dogs don't worry about losing money. Real dogs know that they can lose it all and get it back. Because you create good karma. You be so nice to people. You help so many people to whereas you can be at your lowest moment. Those same people that helped you one day those same people that you helped one day can possibly help you the next day. But if it's the opposite way around and you were being stupid and you were being a jerk to people, well, you're going to start to see that energy is going to follow you. And it's not a good feeling when things just feel like it ain't going your way. When I don't sleep, I get real judgy. I start judging people. I get real disrespectful. My patience is real short. And when things start going bad, you just start to see the energy around me. Everything just start going bad. I waste food on the floor. I almost hit someone in the car. I can't play basketball at a high level. I'm disrespectful to my wife sometimes. It's like all of this comes from me being a negative person. But when I'm being a good person, I get good sleep. I'm not sleeping with stress. I wake up happy. I'm waking up. I'm treating people how I want to be treated. I'm putting my wife at the top of my life. She's treating her as a queen. Everything is just starting to fall into place when I'm on the court and feel like I'm throwing the ball in the ocean. The referees are calling fouls for me. Everything is just starting to happen only because of the way that karma is treating me in life. Do more than what you pay so that you can create good karma. The next point I want to talk about is setting a standard. Getting respect from your teammates. You got to earn the respect from your teammates. Your teammates won't follow you just because of your history and what you've done in the past. Nah, especially not this group of kids, not this generation. These kids will follow you if you show up and do the work. They will follow you if you show up and you help them out. You constantly give them reaffirmation that they're doing well, that not or they're doing bad. You don't lie to them, but they see the example that you leading. Is your head down? Is you talking behind players' back? Is you coming to practice late? Is you taking days off? Do you look enthusiastic? Do you look like you're having fun? How's your energy? To get the respect of your teammates, you got to earn that. And I love that I play in a country like France because if you know, talking to many professional basketball players, this is one of the most tough places to play in when it comes down to dealing with the local players. You know, you got to really earn their respect in France. It's not a country that you can just come to and the players are going to look at you like you a king. Nah, you might go to other countries and do that, but here, you really have to earn your respect on the team. You could be NBA player, you could be EuroLeague type player. They don't care. I'm going to start getting some French players on here to start understanding their dynamic because it's a very interesting dynamic that they have. But they don't care. You can't just show up and say, hey, I'm Tyren Johnson. I've been to this amount of championships. I've averaged this amount of points. You guys got to respect me. No. You got to go above and beyond. You got to do more than what you paid for. You got to get to know these people. You got to talk to them outside the court. You got to know their interests. You got to know the things that make them happy. You got to know how to play with them. You got to understand their culture. You got to try to understand their language. That's what you got to do. That's called doing more than what you pay for. Yes, you can show up, get your check, get on the court, and go home. But no, whenever you're trying to create something great, whenever you're trying to get your jersey retired, you got to do all those other little things. And it's not fair. It's not fair at all. The world ain't fair. The world ain't fair. When it comes to the end of it, whenever it's going bad, people are going to look your way. Whenever it's going good, they're going to look at the guys that's the captains of the teams. That's who's going to get the credit. You're not going to get the credit. They're going to get the credit. When it goes bad, you're going to get the credit. That's how it is. But embrace that too. Embrace all of that, man. Do more than what you paid for. Learn through that. Build character through that. And I promise you, it's going to pay off whenever you get to the next phase in life. The last topic I wanted to touch on was that going the extra mile gives you the option to pay yourself in different ways. You see, here's the thing. I think that once you're financially secured, you get to do everything that you want to do in life, including what you're currently doing. So if you don't like what you're doing, if you don't like the system, if you don't like the setup, if you don't like the boss, if you don't like the coaches, if you don't like the leadership, you don't like the structure, doing more than what you pay for, eventually you're going to start making more money. And when you start making more money, you give yourself options in life. So you see, whenever you start playing on the court, you're not worrying about the next contract. You're not worrying about stats. You're just worrying about making impact, right? Whenever you're doing more than what you're getting paid for, teams tend to start to let other team know that you're a great guy. Off season come, you got 3-4 teams trying to sign you before the season even ended, right? You give yourself options. You start getting real creative when you start doing more than what you paid for. You start realizing, well, man, this is a skill. I can turn this into public speaking. Whoa, this is a skill. I can become a personal trainer. Whoa, this is a skill. I can become a coach. So if I lose my job, I got options. That's why you want to do it more than what you pay for, because you start to find things that start to pop out to you that you didn't even know was there. You didn't even know that that was an interest of you. But just because you're doing more than what you asked for, you get to see that very clear. You get to see what options you have in life. And once you realize you got options in life, you're not a slave to anything. If you're a one-trick pony, you got to put up with whatever you don't want to put up with. And I'm telling you, it is not for the weak. It is not for the weak. I was always a guy that did more than what I was paid for on the court and in my life. But when it came down to financially, I never did more than what I was paid for. I never studied how to become financially literate. And what happened as a result? I lost my money, just like most athletes lost their money. I'm getting it back now, but one of the main reasons I'm still playing is because I want to have that nest egg for when I retire. So whenever I go and get into my next phase of life, I don't have so much pressure. But had not take care of that, I'll be in a way better place today. But that's why you got to go above what you pay for. You got to check out how to become the best player you can be or do the best that you can at your job. You got to go above and beyond with your finances. You got to go above and beyond with your coworkers. You got to go above and beyond with your mentality. You got to go above and beyond with your health. Go above and beyond with your family. Go above and beyond with your friends. Go above and beyond for your country. Go above and beyond for your side hustle. Go above and beyond for your main hustle. Go above and beyond for anything that you put your mind to that you feel that you care about. You got to do more than what you paid for. And that's how I'm going to leave it. Do more than what you paid for and watch what it do for you. I'm going to repeat that. Do more than what you paid for and watch what it do for you. Thank you guys for listening. If you like this video, please leave a like. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please subscribe on those platforms. If you can't look at this video, if you want to make sure that you get it every week, for sure it's going to be on TyrenJohnson.com. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And remember, every day you must make them pay so that one day you can live a truth life. This is episode 100. Excited. Until next time, I'm out.